Hi Year 8, I'm going to show you how to do the 2D design element of your bookends. So the first thing you need to do is open 2D design. When this box comes up, just click away. You're not actually going to be working in the page that it opens up to, you're going to use a template. So how you get to that is by going File, Open, going to the drop down and finding Student Areas. Design Technology, Year 8. So you'll see there's some class folders here, they'll be useful later, but for now you need the Bookends template. So click on that and open it up. So it's saying an instruction here for us to save this template as our name in our class folder, so let's do that. File, Save As. We're already in Design Technology in Year 8, you just need to select your class, change where it says Bookends template to your name and press save. Now you've got complete creative control of this page. Remembering the key points that you have one colour of acrylic to use and that your design that you create does need to link to your designs on paper. So it's an idea to have those in front of you so you don't lose track of the theme. That's not to say that we can't see some form of development, but it shouldn't be a complete transformation. So what we have here are two red outlined rectangles. The laser cutter understands red for cut and black for engrave. So if I was to send this to the laser cutter now, it would cut two red rectangles, but that's terribly boring. So let's work out how we can change these. So some of you have got like curved designs. So what you could do is using the circle tool or using the arc tool, you can create those shapes. It's probably easiest to use the circle tool. So if you draw yourself a circle and then you make sure that the edge intersects with what you've got already. What we then could do is we get rid of all the unnecessary lines. So if you go to delete any, hold it down and go to part delete. Then we can get rid of anything that we don't need. 2D design as a default draws in black, so what you would then need to do is go to the select tool and change that to red, just up here where it says line and colour. Perfect. So there's lots of other things that you can do, and it's worth you having a little play when you come to do this. If you want to do something a little bit more wild than the curve, the path tool might be what you're looking for. So the same as drawing a circle, you click, and then every time you want to change direction, you can click again. And when you're ready to finish, you right click, otherwise it just keeps going on and on forever. So again, you can use the part delete tool to get rid of any bits that you don't want, but I actually plan to do something a little bit different, so I'm going to get rid of that myself. You might just want to round off the corner, which is what I'm going to do. So if you hold down the arc tool and go all the way to the edge, change that to something like 25, click in the two corners and it curves it off for you, but it's just a little bit more uniform than perhaps the curve that I showed you before. So now for adding some engraving. My book of choice was Peter Pan. And when you first Google Peter Pan, all these lovely colourful images come up. And that will be the same with whatever book you have chosen. Unfortunately, 2D design will just not be able to read these and be able to translate them to the laser cutter. So you're best off actually searching for something like silhouette or a drawing or a clip art image. So what you then get is images like this, which are absolutely perfect. They've got a white background and a nice bold image for you to use. I would be able to use this pretty much straight away without having to do an awful lot to it. Just a little note, if you find an image like this and it has the checkerboard background, again 2D design will not understand it. It will just paste in as a big black box. So make sure that you are looking for images where it's a white background. So when you found one that you're happy with, press copy and then paste, and you can position it roughly into place. Make sure it's roughly at the right size as well. Now you would think that's perfect, it'll cut as I want it, it'll engrave as I want it. No, there's one more step that we need to do. So we go to bitmaps, vectorize, and we click on our image that we've pasted in. What we need to do is we need to strip away the white background, so we go to monochrome. 2D design, as I said, and the laser cutter only understands black and red, so this gets rid of the white background. So there you are. You can do any other little adjustments once you've got rid of the white background as well, using the select tool. The select tool is basically your best friend in this process. Something you may also want to do is add some text, so you can do that by using the ABC tool. So once you've clicked on it, click anywhere in your work, and then you can type in what you would like. So probably something to do with the book, so never grow up. Now what you can then do is go to settings, and you can change the font, so you can really personalize this to something lovely. So try and pick something that's really appropriate to what you have chosen. Something like that. And you'll see here where it says line colour and fill colour, it's actually purple, so we must change that to black for both boxes. So get the font you want. You can have it italic or bold if you would like, or italic bold, so you can have a little play with that, but make sure it's black and press OK. And OK again. Now I like the size of that writing, but I don't like the fact that it's coming off my design. So what I'm going to do is use the select tool. You don't need to delete it and start again. What you can do is go to properties and just drop down and adjust it that way. Another nice thing to do is to actually cut out from your acrylic side. So I'll show you how to do that now. So I was thinking, and it matches my design, that it might be quite cool to have Tinkerbell cut out. So I've found the perfect image again. I'm going to copy it, paste it in. Now the steps that I'm going to undertake are pretty similar to start with to the engraving. So I'll go to bitmaps, vectorize, I'll click on Tinkerbell, I'll go to monochrome, and I'll press OK, and OK again. But what I'm then going to do is click on her and go to fill and no fill. So she's just an outline, but it's still black, so it will still technically engrave. So where it says line and colour, I'm going to change that to red, and then that will cut out. So I'm just going to move these around so it matches my design. And like if you put an image in Word, you can obviously twist these things around as well. Now final tips, make sure you save your work as you go. So you can use the save button here, or you can go file and save, and that avoids any mishaps. If for any reason your bookend uprights are perhaps smaller because you've had to sand them down or you've used some smaller wood, I would also speak to your teacher before you start to make sure that your template is the right size. But otherwise, we really look forward to seeing your creativity, and all the very best of luck. Thanks for watching. Remember, you can rewind and pause if you're stuck at any stage of your design. Good luck!